Okay, tropical update. Not much going on. Probably won't do these after probably mid November at all, or even early November, unless something pops up. National Hurricane Center got two storms out here. Both are barely tropical storms. Uh, Pretty interesting tracks these took. Uh, Looks like, is this Philippe here? Low pressure area. So one is, let's see. So Philippe is this one right here. Not really looking too impressive. It's got a nice little circulation here, but it's got maybe a little convection starting to wrap around it. Looks like there's a fair bit of wind shear in this area right here. So I see what looks like some wind shear over here, but none of that really matters because we have, let's see, undo. What we have is a situation where, as I said in the previous videos, we're starting to see fronts starting to move on down over Florida and further south into the Atlantic. So these are going to go out into sea. There's no chance of these hitting us here in South Florida. We are getting dumped on because we have this stationary front here that's kind of sitting on top of us. That's pretty typical. It's not uncommon, I should say, in the spring or fall until the cold air finally wins over the tropical air and a front is able to push through. This one, who knows? I haven't looked at the local weather forecast, how long this is going to sit on top of us. I found this pretty cool. I've seen this phenomenon before where it looks like, let's let this run for a second. You can see here how the breeze is pushing. It's basically creating updrafts because of the mountains and creating these pretty cool storms. So you can see that phenomenon in action there. What we have to worry about, I guess, the only major concern would be this area right here. Maybe something spins up out of the remnants of this tail end of the front. It wouldn't have much time to develop if it did spin up here. I'm sure the waters are still pretty warm here. So if some low pressure system forms right here and starts spinning, then you can start, you can have a potential for, probably a minor hurricane at best hitting somewhere along the Gulf Coast. I was looking at good old tropical tidbits here, and you see things like this, these little low pressure anomalies there. And that's what I'm talking about. Basically, you can see little low pressure anomalies form like this. And I'm not a meteorologist or climate scientist, so I'm not the person to explain how it works. But you can see stuff like this move out over water, get a little spin, do the Coriolis effect. You still have this huge area, this intertropical convergence zone here, which is far enough north that something could drift over here and then maybe, do something over here. So I would say the area you really need to make this marker a little thinner. So the area I would be concerned with more than anything else would probably be, as I said in the previous video, areas like around here, around the Yucatan, down here, over here. Everything as far as the Cape Verde season, the Cape Verde season is pretty much over for the eastern United States. From now on, we're going to have fronts that are weather systems that are going to dig down deep enough, and they're going to push all your storms as they come closer out to sea. Okay, so pretty much the Cape Verde season is over. It's always possible that something forms at just the right time over the tropical Atlantic, and it just has it just misses the fronts miss it. The fronts move out to sea, and maybe a storm could slip in there, but it's unlikely at this point. The wind shear also is going to be higher further south because you have the jet stream dipping further south. So, as far as tropical update, the area to watch would be this broad area right here, maybe down here, something can form, move up, and go up like that. That would be, generally speaking, more of a threat to the west coast of Florida as opposed to the east coast. But we always have to remember Wilma, which hit the west coast first, strengthened as it went across the Everglades, and then did a lot of damage to Fort Lauderdale. I remember that. Uh, so that's where we're at with tropical update. Nothing too much to worry about. I'm going to check out right now once I figure out how to.